practically removed from a month of adjusting to '09. Welcome to another day. A few days away. February is almost around the corner. Super Bowl party's getting ready to start. Drinking galore. Workaholics Anonymous. Unemployment still a bitch. Routine still being what it is. I'm back at y'all again. BT doing his thing once again. I've come back to let you all give you a little bit of an update of what's been happening with my routine and what's been going on in the life of me. And I know it's kind of like, okay, what else could be happening that we don't already know about? But you'd be surprised. You just kind of sit back and learn about what's been going on, not only with my life, but just with the news in general, and you'd be shocked. For example, and even though my friend told me the story, I had to go online and watch it myself to see that it was happening. For those of you all who do or do not know, I don't know if I've done a video with the shirt on or not, but I work for U-Haul, meaning that I get more U-Haul. Anytime you work for somebody or you tell somebody you know how to do something, that means you get questions in that realm or you get conversations that relate to it. For example, a few days ago, I believe it was on Wednesday, a woman in California was arrested after she stole a U-Haul truck. And this is the example of what we try to tell people about, why when you're at the store, they're kind of particular about the whole, if you pay by cash or if you pay by card, if you get like a van, like just a regular cargo van or a pickup truck compared to a U-Haul truck. Because if you drive around town and if you wanted to, you can easily have a cargo van or a pickup truck modified to not look like a U-Haul truck. But a U-Haul truck, you pick that and steal that somewhere, you can't put that in no shop and say, hey, change this so it doesn't look like a U-Haul. You can take all the little pictures and the designs off the side, but it's still going to look like a U-Haul truck. That's just point blank. And on top of that, besides, who would have nothing else better to do but to steal one, other than this woman in California? She drove and drove and drove and drove and drove. Of course, as most vehicles do, it ran out of gas, so she tried to run on foot, looking simp as usual, and she tried to get in somebody else's car, and of course they like, yo, I don't want to be involved in this woman, you need to keep it moving. So she ended up having to get down on her knees and be arrested. I don't know if I can, I'll try to find a video for it or find a link. If not, then I'll just do what I can, and you all can just look it up online. Just go on YouTube, go on Google and look up U-Haul stolen, and you'll find the video. It happened on the 28th, so just check that out. In the Wii world, as I call it, I've picked up a few more games. I picked up the Game Show. Unfortunately, it's not benefiting me yet because I don't have enough people to come over and play, so I'm going to try and get 2 more controllers and hopefully get some party going on with that at some point. Let's see, what else? I picked up Dr. Mario Online. That is an interesting game. It takes those of us who used to play Mario back to a time when we remember that was the game of the year at that moment. What else? My friend, she just got a G1, and I'm happy for her for that. I'm going to give a piece of advice to those of you all who have been buying the phone. Everybody, look, let me say this, and I'm going to be nice about it. Everybody's been bitching and moaning about the phone's battery life and how, I use it and I do this and I do that and the battery goes out real fast. Okay. I'm going to explain this to everybody once and for all. When you bought the phone, this little piece of paper came with the phone. It gives you a few suggestions on things to do to save your battery life. I'm not going to read them off to you, but I'm going to tell you what you should do. First of all, when you first get the phone, charge the phone. When I say charge it, just charge it. Don't sit there, charge it, and try to fickle with it and play with it and stuff while it's being charged. Let the phone fully charge. It's just like when a person is born. Children sometimes are born, and before they really get born, everybody want to hold them and play with them and cough on them and all that jazz. Let the person develop first. Let the phone develop first. Develop a full battery life. Once that battery life is fully up to 100%, even if you turn the phone on or turn it off, it doesn't matter. Once that's done, take it off the charger. Put the charger somewhere. Don't even get a car charger. Don't do any of that. Just hide your chargers from yourself for a minute. Go around, use the phone, text on it, make phone calls, do everything. Run the battery down to 0. Don't run it down to 20%. Don't run it down to, well, it's orange or it's red. I need to go ahead and, charge it again. No. Let it die out completely. Once the battery has died altogether, charge it again. Then, as they always say, wash, rinse, and repeat. Meaning that you fully charge it again, drain it out again. Then after that, you can fully charge it, or you can charge it somewhat, whatever suits your bill. But once you do that, you'll get a better battery life from your phone. And also, an application that is a must-have. 2 applications that I've told people when they get a G1, you should download it. I'm sorry, you don't buy no application. You download these 2 apps, you're good to go. You download Power Manager to keep track of whenever your battery gets to a certain level, your brightness dims down on the screen. Because the lower your brightness is on the screen, the less of the battery life you're using as you're using the phone. It also has to do with what you're using on the phone. If you're using the browser, which takes up a lot of space and a lot of time because it has to find a signal and look for service and all that jazz, it's going to affect that. So get Power Manager and Toggle Settings. Toggle Settings, what that does is you can adjust what settings are ran at what point whenever. Power Manager does the same thing, but Toggle Settings does it on the fly. So it's just one hand feeding the other type of thing. What else? How can I help? I'm trying to help everybody get this thing out of their head about, turn off your auto sync feature. If you don't need to sync features up that aren't really needed to be synced, don't auto sync them all the time, because some stuff you can let sync on its own when it's meant to. For example, calendars, unless you add entries every other day, there really is no need to auto sync your calendar. Just sync it once every few days so other stuff can be added. Like little stuff on mine gets added, like the weather, but a lot of that doesn't even make a difference since you got the Weather Channel app, but that's another story. So I'm just giving you a rant and rave about ways to save on your battery life for your G1. But anywho, today's Friday. It's a good day. It's going to be a decent day. I'm getting ready in a few days to be at another store. A little saddened because the guys who I work with now, that was kind of like family to me. I come in and, kind of get my work done. Learned a lot from being there and will learn a lot where I'm going. But I'm definitely going to miss what I call home. So, that's going to be an adjustment. But what can you do? Any of my blog readers who have not checked it out, please do check out brate82.wordpress.com. I know a lot of people do a lot of promos in their videos. I'm no exception to that rule. I did a blog called What the Fuck Do You Want Me to Do? If you work in customer service, or if you have any knowledge about how the game works when it comes to that, you really and truly should check that video out. It will make you understand customer service in a whole new light. So enjoy that. Be humble. Not really anything else to add other than, stay warm. Stay away from the cold if you can. If you gotta go outside, do what you gotta do. Wait for it to, wait for the ice on your car to thaw out if possible. Because if you want to go out there and run it yourself, you can. But be simple in what you're doing and be smart. I've probably exceeded the 10-minute quota, but as always, I don't care. So, blood, sweat, and tears to anybody that's been fussing about my responses or my endings to my videos. I really don't care. You probably already know it is what it is, but as always, I'll holler. Get at y'all another time, alright? Peace.